We are learning more about Christine O'Donnell and her college years and her teenage years and her financial dealings than anybody ever even bothered to ask about Barack Hussein Obama as a candidate and now as our president.
Wait, what was that? Barack who?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Hey, so that happened. That was on Fox News just a few days ago. The first time we at this show can determine that Governor Palin has ever used the president's middle name in public. What a difference 2 years makes. 2 years ago, the McCain-Palin presidential campaign loudly denounced anyone who used Mr. Obama's middle name, calling him Barack Hussein Obama to imply Mr. Obama's very scary secret foreignness.
Think about how you'll feel on November 5th if you wake up in the morning and you see the news that Barack Hussein Obama is the president-elect of the United States of America.
As a local Republican Party leader speaking at a McCain-Palin rally in October 2008, immediately after that rally, the McCain-Palin campaign released this statement saying, quote, "We do not condone this inappropriate rhetoric which distracts from the real questions of judgment, character, and experience that voters will base their decisions on this November." The McCain-Palin campaign made no bones about it. They called the Hussein tactic off limits, even as a lot of conservatives associated with their campaign really wanted to use it.
At some point, the media will quit taking sides in this thing and maybe start covering Barack Hussein Obama. At some point, it's going to peel the bark off Barack Hussein Obama.
At a press conference immediately following that Hussein incident, Senator McCain addressed reporters in person and in no uncertain terms said that he understood why conservatives were invoking the middle name thing, and he said the McCain-Palin campaign would not stand for it.
It's my understanding before that I came in here that a person who was on the program before I spoke made some disparaging remarks about my two colleagues in the Senate, Senator Obama and Senator Clinton. I have repeatedly stated of my respect for Senator Obama and Senator Clinton, that I will treat them with respect. I will call them Senator. We will have respectful debate, as I have said on hundreds of occasions. I regret any comments that may be made about these two individuals who are honorable Americans.
Back in 2008, the Hussein tactic, using the middle name boogeyman as a campaign trick to make Mr. Obama seem secretly foreign, the Hussein tactic earned a stern rebuke from the Republican Party's standard bearer. That had the effect of confining the Hussein tactic to the lower uncommon denominators of conservative politics, the low-rent radio hosts, the World Net Daily kooks, Sean Hannity. But now the Hussein tactic is back, big time, using the president's middle name and also just directly questioning whether or not enough is known about him, and especially his childhood, whether or not he was vetted for the job, wink, wink. There might be something shadowy and foreign in his past.
We've seen some intriguing polls this year on the president's religion. 18% of Americans think incorrectly that he is Muslim. Why do Americans think that about him, think erroneously of his religion? And also, why do so many people think he was born outside the United States?
I don't know why people think what they think. We do. This is a president that we know less about than any other president in history.
Do you believe that this president was born in America? Because I have not seen enough evidence to say that he is an American citizen. And do you believe he is a Muslim?
You know, I don't know. I really don't know. We don't have enough information about this president. He was never given a job interview that was complete. But that's not the issue now. He is president. Right now, we need to make sure that he doesn't remain as president, whether he's American, a Muslim, a Christian, you name it.
That last speaker, Tim Walberg, a Republican running for Congress in Michigan. He later walked that back, saying he's not demanding to see the president's birth certificate or anything. But note the wording on the president's religion. I take President Obama at his word that he's a Christian. That's how he walked it back. If that sounds familiar, it's because Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's been saying the same thing.
The president says he's a Christian. I take him at his word.
Oh, if you say so, President Obama, I guess I'll just have to take your word for it. It's kind of hard to believe, but if you say so. In 2008, the far reaches of conservative world argued that President Obama was a secret Muslim Manchurian candidate alien plant. A decision that serious Republicans didn't want to compete on those terms, that there wasn't any room for that kind of race-baity conspiracy theorizing in Republican politics, came from the top, from the party's standard bearers, from the McCain-Palin campaign. As politics gets rough and tumble again as we close in on these new elections, it's maybe not surprising that the Hussein tactic is back in play. Now the people who once said enough, we're not doing this, are themselves doing it.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Whatever held her back before, apparently now it's too hard to resist. And now 2 years after she and John McCain played leader in the Republican Party, who is there now to tell her no?